2 years ago, I was living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in overdraft fees, and convinced I'd never escape the cycle. I'd cringe every time my phone buzzed with a bank notification. Rent felt like a mountain, and the idea of saving even $500 seemed laughable. But that was the old me. Today, I've saved over $20,000, paid off my credit cards, and I'm on track to buy my first home. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a sudden raise. It was discipline, mindset shifts, and small changes that added up to massive results. Here's how I did it, and how you can too. The wake-up call. It started with a moment I'll never forget. I was in the grocery store line, swiping my debit card for $37 worth of essentials. Declined. I tried my credit card. Also declined. I walked out empty-handed, humiliated. That night, I opened up my banking app and saw a negative balance, and a $35 overdraft fee on top. That was the moment I decided something had to change. Facing the truth, I spent the next weekend doing something I'd avoided for years. I reviewed every transaction for the past 3 months. Coffee shop runs, late-night takeout, streaming services I forgot I even had. I was leaking money through 1,000 tiny holes. Total monthly spending, $3,200. My income, $3,000. No wonder I was always behind. That's when I created what I now call my financial mirror. I wrote down 3 simple numbers. 1. What I earned. 2. What I spent. 3. What I wanted. I wanted peace. I wanted freedom. I wanted the option to say yes to opportunities instead of I can't afford it. Step 1. The $10 rule. The first rule I made was the $10 rule. I wasn't allowed to spend more than $10 without thinking about it for 24 hours. It sounded silly, but it stopped dozens of impulse buys cold. I also started using cash for everything except bills. When the cash was gone, I was done spending. Within the first month, I was able to save $300. That was more than I'd saved in the last year combined. Step 2. The 50-30-20 rule with a twist. I learned about the 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. But my situation called for something stricter. For 12 months, I flipped it. 50% to needs, 10% to wants, 40% to savings and debt repayment. I negotiated my rent, yes, that's a thing, cut cable, and found a roommate. I also started cooking 90% of my meals. That alone saved me over $200 per month. Step 3. Side hustle. I realized I could only cut so much. I also had to earn more. So I did something bold. I started freelancing as a virtual assistant on weekends. It was exhausting at first, but I made an extra $800 per month. I also sold old clothes online, started walking dogs through an app, and even helped a neighbor clean out their garage for $100. The extra money snowballed. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was building. Wins, setbacks, and milestones. Not every month was perfect. I had weeks where I overspent, unexpected car repairs that wiped out progress, and days I wanted to quit. But I kept going. I tracked my progress on a whiteboard. Every $1,000 saved got its own celebratory sticker. Yes, I'm a grown adult who loves stickers. By month 10, I hit $15,000. By month 12, $20,000. How it changed my life. More than the money, what changed was my mindset. I stopped seeing myself as bad with money and started seeing myself as someone in control. I learned to say no to myself, to temptations, and even to friends when needed. Today, I've got an emergency fund, an investment account, and a budget that aligns with the life I want, not the life I used to settle for. And the grocery store, I walk in confident now. My cards don't decline. My dignity is intact. What you can take away. Start small. Even $5 saved is a win. Track everything. You can't change what you don't measure. Be consistent. Motivation fades. Discipline sticks. Forgive yourself. Progress isn't perfect, but it compounds. If I can do it, overdrafts and all, you absolutely can too.